All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Worlds Collide Fantasy Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Scotty Dreamer, and with me, as always, are Jay Stone.
What up?
John Dubs.
Boom.
And joining us tonight, again, welcome back, Mr. Pure Power Powell.
Thank you, sir.
All right. As we build up here, I'm going to go around and share the podcast on Facebook if you guys want to do the same, and then we'll get back and get right into our recap. If we can find where the podcast is.
All right. Well, I got everything ready. So
awesome.
Whenever y'all ready to do recaps from last week.
Absolutely. We'll be ready to rock and roll very soon here. Can I view? Oh, there we go. View live. I'm learning this technology stuff slowly but surely, folks. It's it's a bit of an adventure for old dogs like me. All right. So what's been going on, fellas? How was your last week?
It was a week.
Fascinating stories, guys.
Right.
It was a week.
It was a week.
That's all it was.
It was just a week.
Yeah. Always. That's 7 whole days.
7 whole days and 24 hours in each of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Best co-host in the world, guys. I gotta tell.
Oh yeah.
If I told you about my week, it would go on for a while because I tell you how much I hate Waffle House.
Okay. That does happen. I mean, we all have those
I'm
moments.
not promoting Waffle House right now, everybody. All right, I'm off duty.
Hey, I do like Waffle House, so I mean,
the contents of this show do not reflect on Waffle House's opinions in any way.
Oh,
this stream is not brought to you by Waffle House.
We are not brought to you by Waffle House or Target.
Hey, you know what? I just realized this, guys. This is going to be the first time that we'll be able to actually see fucking everybody's, card in perfect handwriting.
Yes, that's true. Now, that doesn't mean we'll be able to pronounce anybody's damn name.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
We have David.
I do sit there and scream at the TV a lot with you guys. And there's such a delay on the chat that it's you guys get stuff like 10 minutes after it's already been discussed.
Hey, we're trying here.
Right.
So other than hating our jobs and the number of days in the week, everything been good though?
Yeah.
Good.
I've been high all week, so that's been great.
Shocker.
That's a positive. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Oh well, I got my pro wrestling crate package the other day. That was pretty cool.
I saw that. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, Annie said you're not allowed to do the results, the unboxings anymore for that.
Yeah, I'm not good at it.
Well,
now
your first problem is you looked at everything before you unboxed it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
There was no surprise to you, so no excitement there. And before you started, you showed everybody there was the spoiler card. So
Right.
no point.
Right.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do that last.
Well, you know what? It's whatever. I don't look. This is why I don't do unveilings of stuff unless tonight. Just tonight, I got something big tonight. But
I've done enough of the unboxing. You should have gone and watched one, and then
I should have. One smart on my behalf.
but I didn't get the crate this month, so at least we got an unboxing on the channel. So
That's true.
That's true.
All right. Let's see here. I wouldn't mind talking a little bit later about some free agents that we got coming up here. We had the boss man announced our full free agents list. So there was a few names that really stuck out to me.
there were some names for me, and then there was the lack of a couple of names that really got me kind of aggravated.
We'll talk about that too.
Right.
There's a couple that I really am looking forward to seeing get thrown in, but I'm really hoping that they get added in as awards,
Right,
and not as like just first come first serve.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I had at least one on this latest roster drop that you put one half of a tag team on there, but not the other half, and it's. I want to know how he chooses who he's going to drop.
Yeah.
Because, I think he put on one of the Gemini. But they really work as a team. The Gemini brothers, they're twins. You can't have one without the other.
Right.
Yeah, in that case, there's a few cases where, a tag team, I don't mind them being released separately because they also had good individual careers.
Right.
But sometimes it's good just to say, hey, you've got it. Next month we're going to release the other one and maybe force you to make a trade.
Right.
Right.
That would be fine if you knew the other one was coming at some time.
Ever. Yes.
But I think last season I had one half of a tag team just waiting for him to drop the next one. And it still hasn't come.
Hey, did you guys see that Veer is finally coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's finally going to be here.
That's
In the game, not in real life, but
not in real life.
Yeah,
in the
not
game.
at all.
Jay spoiled it.
That's never going to happen in real life. He'll get released before then.
Yeah, next week Veer is going to be our one of our special guests on the show next week.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you what's taking Beer so long. He's walking all the way from India, and every time he makes it, he's like, "Oh, Raw's in this city today. I finally made it. God damn it, they're in a different city."
Right.
That's what it is. That's what's taking so long.
It's the only possible explanation.
Right.
All right, we've got a couple guests watching right now, so let's get right into our recap, and then we'll do some more bullshitting. What's that sound like?
That sounds great.
Perfect.
All right. So I guess we'll start off with Raw, good sir.
Sounds good.
Good week for you. You had 70 points. I don't know what matches you won and what you didn't. I didn't write those down, but
let's see here.
I didn't write down who actually won. So
John Cena defended the Intercontinental Championship twice.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
and he won both times.
Yep. It was our first cash in. Chandler Park tried to cash in that IC championship match, and he lost even after John Cena got jumped. So way to go, Chandler. Way to represent the insiders. Pretty pleased with you there. And then Justice Payne in his first ever match, even though I've had him since before the season even started. He debuted and won the 24/7 championship over my boy Avarice. So I was pretty bummed about that. Not a good week for the insiders.
Right. Now the real task is at hand. Can he defend it?
Yes. We'll get into that in a little bit, but he's got a big match coming up, a cross-brand match. Big Dan, the Oak is on there, fellas.
Oh, nice. Always good to see MLW representing on here.
What
All
else
right.
we got?
So we got the WrestleMania Revenge Tour continues with a 3-0 streak of The Undertaker beating Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah, Raw is 0-2 in that WrestleMania Revenge Tour.
Oh,
Can't seem to lose right now. So
Yeah,
that's right.
Raw losing to the Undertaker, unheard of. That's
Right.
Right.
That's all for Raw with the
Mhm.
title matches and stuff like that. So next up we have NXT with 40 points. We had one title match. That's me. No, we have just kidding. We have one title match, and it was Caden Carter defeated Cora Jade for the NXT Women's European Championship.
okay.
The other matches were breakout tournament matches, which we will see Baron Corbin taking on Keith Lee in the finals of the men's breakout tournament. So that's
So
going to
it's
be pretty cool.
So it's exactly as you projected.
No, absolutely
That
not.
was good.
Absolutely not. I would never figure that Baron Corbin would be in the finals.
On
So,
anything.
you know, after that win, after he won the Cock Grizzle, man, like he's 3-4 now in his record, so he's climbing up the ladder.
Hey, that's how it goes,
Yeah.
man. That's like
Right.
when you lose that first match in a while, you're gonna lose a lot.
Right? Let's see. We'll go to ECW with 60 points and brand new ECW TV champion Bob Saget.
Bob
Everybody.
Saget.
In his very
Perfect
first match.
And the streak is over. Rhino's undefeated streak of 752 days.
It's over. Done for.
I want to say congratulations to Mr. Bob Saget.
Right.
Go.
I can't wait to see what's next for Bob over there. So, oh,
A lot of title defenses. That's what's maybe he'll lose his first one. You never know.
True.
you know, Darby Allin could be looking for another title shot.
He could invade over BTCW for one night.
Yeah, one night stand. You know.
One night only.
Other than that, I just see a bunch of gimmick matches for your card. I see Abdullah the Butcher is not doing okay in ECW.
He is not. He is not.
But Cujo is. Cujo's got it. Moving on. We'll move on to this is pure power Powell right here with CZW with 70 points.
Yeah.
I see John Moxley finally won a match.
Yeah, but he paid for it afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely saw that. And then we have Slim J as your new CZW junior champion.
Number one contender.
Number one contender. Okay. I wasn't sure how that worked out. So
yeah, Jimmy Jacobs is the champion.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's good though. It's good shit. Hangman Adam Page. Now that's a good match. I'd like to see that. Hangman Adam Page versus Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a great match.
A good one.
See.
Oh,
Kingston puts people over pretty well. I'd like to see that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're leaning toward him and Jericho right now, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Big
Dancer. Boston admitted one night stand on it. He probably has.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Oh yeah, multiple
Not-
times.
Not
Yep.
Bob Saget. He's a wholesome guy.
Right.
Oh man.
I don't know about that.
It was always funny to see people who had only known Bob Saget from Full House watch a comedy special.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I
Oh,
always
yeah.
remember his cameo in How High.
Oh,
Oh yes.
not How High, Half
No, it
Baked.
was half
How
baked.
big? Yeah,
Half
yeah.
Yeah.
You ever suck dick for coke?
For marijuana.
Right.
You ain't here for some marijuana. Boo this man. Oh, that's my shit right there. But you know, when you're Jay Stoned and you stay stoned, you watch stoned movies.
Nice. Well played, sir.
All right,
moving
man.
on.
We're moving on to NWA with
This
a big
podcast
week.
is not brought to you by marijuana.
I mean, it could be. It could be.
Yet.
Moving on with that. Oh Jesus, where's MSK when you need him?
Brought to you by Alabama Kush.
He's in 2 weeks. MSK's in 2 weeks.
That's right. All right. Moving on with a big week with NWA with 110 points this week.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I don't have any way to joke about that. He just
No.
There's
kicked
no way to
everybody's
joke
ass.
about it. But you know what? It took him 2 world-class title matches to get to 110. It only took me 1.
Mm.
Wait, so he only got one
very
right?
good point.
No, well, you shut the fuck up. All right, folks. All right. So enough of the bullshit. Let's get down to NWA. Looks like he had a few title defenses on here. Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeated Lance Hoist. Hunter Hoyt.
That's a Y.
Hoyt.
That's a Y.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a little chink-eyed here for a moment.
Oh boy.
So Hunter Hearst Helmsley retained the NWA television title in that match, and then we will see the Kingdom defeated Decay to retain the NWA World Tag Team Championships. Looks like he has a couple qualifiers for the Power Heavyweight title. That Brock Lesnar and who else? I saw another guy on here. Oh, and I can't fucking say his name.
Katsuyori Shibata.
Yeah, there you go. See, I'm no good with that names like that.
Shibata.
Yeah, I just can't say words that are like English.
I understand. I can speak, I speak my little stoner talk every now and again. Yeah. But the only other title match that I see is the Great Khali defeated Mike Tyson to retain the World Collide Heavyweight Championship,
Yes, sir.
and we'll get on to the other World Collide title match in a little
Bad week
bit.
for Tyson, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, first loss.
Yeah.
First loss. He vacated the NWA title and then starts losing. So let's hope he does better in his next title opportunity. So
We'll see.
we'll see. But next up we have MLW with 50 points. And it doesn't look like he had any title matches. He had 2 non-title matches. So maybe those will lead into title matches, I'm sure. Let's see. Next up, we got WCW Hey, that's you, Pure
Yeah.
Powell. All right. With 40 points, not too good of a week for you, but that's all right.
Hey,
Uh,
it happens.
it happens. Hey, at least you didn't get 0 points.
I've yet to ever have 0 points.
Everybody does except for me. So.
Did we have any title matches on this one?
There was one title match. The
Mr. JL.
WCW TV title. Now, was Mr. JL, was he defending or retaining the title?
He
or defending or
yeah, he won the title.
Oh, okay, so he won. Okay.
Yeah.
He became okay, cool. And I saw at the end of your show, Sting, Luger, and Savage were in a tight spot.
Yeah. Hall and Nash came out there with baseball bats, had a little standoff.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Always nice to see the outsiders in anything.
That's right.
Moving on to AIW. That's you, Pure Pal.
Yeah.
With 60 points. And I see you have this memorial tournament going on here, the Chandler Biggins Memorial Tournament.
And you're probably going to tell us a little bit more about that a little later, because we are going to talk AIW later in the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by this tournament.
Yeah.
I like all tournaments, but I'm very excited about this one.
Right. Yeah, I like that. And then I see you had one title match on there for the Intense Championship. 2 out of 3 falls match, and Jaden Newman won that match, or did he?
Yeah, he retained that title.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. All right. Next up, we got AEW. That's me. 60 points. We had one title defense, and I gotta say, in a losing effort, the Dark Order lost the World Collide Tag Team titles to God from NWA. Sad day for.
All makes sense now.
You're right. So, other than that, the only thing I had going on was the TNT Championship tournament.
You're coming down to the finals, or you got another week of?
No, I got another week for the TNT, and then I'm down to the finals for the TBS. Yeah. So that's gonna be good stuff.
Yeah.
But let's see. Jay Lethal won. Jay Lethal won his match. I knew you were excited to.
Well, he should.
I knew you were excited to see that match. And this is the one that I picked that we all pretty much picked the results. Yeah. So, you guys got me 60 points.
Hey, not too bad.
Not too bad. Appreciate it. So after that, we'll go into TNA. That's me with 60 points. We had a couple qualifiers. We had one title defense, and it was the Beautiful People becoming the new Impact Knockout Tag Team Champions. They defeated the Old Dirty Bitches. They are now 2-time champions, as they are the current World Collide Women's Tag Team Champions.
Now, who do you have in your version of the Beautiful People? Is that
that's
and Madison?
Velvet Sky, Madison, Velvet Sky, Madison Rain, and Angelina Love.
Okay.
So
do they go Freebird, or they go?
They can, but right now, Angelina Love can't win a match, so I'm not putting her in. I'm not putting her in a title defense. My chances will go down low. But you know what? The people that are going against, the beautiful people for the World Collide title, it's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match. We'll talk about that a little later. But let's see. I had tournaments going on. So last week when we were talking about all the tournaments and shit, so I have the Digital Media Championship tournament. That was the other one that I couldn't remember for TNA. So, and then we're pretty much down to the finals on that, and we'll have results pretty sure next week.
In the real world, are they already like giving up on the Digital Media title?
I'm sure they have. You know, it's so funny because it looks just like the AEW title.
Does
I'm actually excited to see Matt Cardona versus Jordan Grace on that one, though.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
I think if Cardona wins, it'll elevate that digital media since he does so much digital and internet stuff.
I think so too. I mean, they could have elevated it with Jordan if they'd shown that she had that title or made any effort to make it seem relevant.
Right, but with Matt Cardona, he does the podcast, he does tons of YouTube, GCW.
Yeah,
I think he'll elevate it, get it out there for the people to realize it's actually a title.
Right.
They need something.
I did enjoy Jordan Grace posing with the title, naked with it. That
yeah,
shot.
I bet you did. I know I did. Like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
She's a sexy girl now.
Pure Power popped. He popped almost as much for that as Danhausen appearing. So.
I gotta say, I popped a little harder for that.
You know what? When I heard Danhausen on commentary at the final battle at ROH, dude. Oh man, it was good shit. It was good shit. It almost made me hard. I'm just kidding, but
moving on.
It was funny. It was funny as shit. But yes, let's move on to Stampede Wrestling with 80
this
points.
Segment of the show brought to you by Little Blue Pills. They get Jace going hard all the time.
All the time. Brought to you in part by Stampede Wrestling. With 80 points.
With
nonetheless.
80 points. Big week
80
for
points.
Stampede.
With looks like 3 title defenses and 1 was a cash-in. But let's see. Tess defeated Bob Backlund for the to become the new Stampede World Wrestling Hardcore Champion.
Well played, Dan. That's why they call him the Oak, folks.
Oh man, it was so hard trying to say all that shit and reading Dan's post.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, moving on.
Yeah.
All right, so Tess became Stampede Hardcore Champion, beat Bob Backlund. So it looked like there was some shit that went down on Week 9's edition of Stampede where Lance Cade was taken out of action, and this week Dick Murdoch stepped up and helped out Trevor, and they defeated Bear Country this week. So that's really the only storyline going on that even matters right now. In that,
like the female army knocked off the Hex Sisters.
Yeah, to become the women's tag champions. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, he had 2 matches, and he defeated Rockabilly in his first one, and then what's his name? Argenis?
Argenis.
Argenis? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tried to cash in his briefcase and lost Paul Orndorff in that cash in. Sucks to be him.
Yeah.
So
Sucks
my
to be
wife just wrote
Chandler.
and said
Yeah,
she's going to stop watching us talk about getting hard for other men.
Oh shit. Oh.
So we got GCW next.
With no
Smooth
title
transition.
matches. No title matches there.
I do like the Molly Holly Tessa Blanchard first blood match though.
Yeah, that's a good one. Look, my boy Cujo.
Yeah.
Won in a street fight.
Yeah.
When's his title match coming, good sir?
What title match?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's starting
There's
at
only-
the bottom.
Yeah.
He's got to work his way up.
He's gonna earn that title match. There's only two that he can challenge for.
That's
and he's
just
not taking my title.
I bet he's not. Oh man, so nothing else really going on besides kicking ass and taking names in GCW. Moving on to Smack. And this is the last card here tonight. We got SmackDown with 50 points. No title matches, but looks like Jay and Silent Bob be whooping ICP's ass all over the place. So
I was excited for that match. I really was.
This is the second time that they've fought, and and they're 1-1. So might need to get another match going on. Yeah, something going on there.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's it for all that. The
But
chairman.
just so everybody knows, we had a couple wild cards this week, which means that they were you automatically get 30 points. Is that what it is
30
for wild card?
30?
I mean, if for some reason health issues or busy week or anything like that, you can call a wild card and you get 30 points automatically. Unfortunately, we had a few health concerns this week, and so we had a few of them.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right.
Get too cold outside for you?
Yeah.
My wife, are you really serious?
That's cute.
And
No,
now touring
I'm
the
in
Frigidaire,
the
but
kitchen,
Jay
man. I brought
Stone.
you in part by the kitchen.
The kitchen.
The kitchen. No, I was looking for something right now. I don't got nothing. What the
If
hell?
you're looking for a new Maytag repairman, Jay Stone
Yeah.
is right up your alley.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
How would you like Jay Stone to sit under your countertop with a little blue hat on?
That's funny.
He'll be wearing that Maytag outfit with a blunt in his hand.
How'd you know? How'd you know?
See something? All I
All
got
my
is this
clothes
blunt.
stink when they come out of the wash.
You say something, sir? Talking that shit?
When aren't we talking that shit?
See, every time I
Right.
take this
That's
shirt
all.
out of my washer, it kind of gets me a little bit high.
Does it? Does it? Oh, God, I smell pretty great. Let me go put my perfume on.
Oh God! So we're coming to that time of the show where we want to ask a few questions of our guest here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the real world of wrestling before we get back into the fantasy world of wrestling. What do you guys say?
Sounds good.
Sounds like a great idea.
We know a little bit about Mr. Pure Power Powell. So we don't have to go too deep into the questions here.
All right.
So let's.
I just want to know about that big announcement.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
If we want to start with it, it's up to you guys.
Maybe we all want to know about it.
Well, at the next CZW pay-per-view, Down with the Sickness, we will be having a Bat Out of Hell in a Cell match for Meatloaf. So everybody will send one person to CZW for the night, and we'll be getting Meatloaf with that reward.
So Meatloaf is going to become a playable character.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that we're talking the person Meatloaf, not a slice of meatloaf.
No.
Hey,
Not
you know,
An actual piece of meatloaf.
Right. Yes.
Mr. Powell is going to mail the winner a piece of meatloaf.
I can
Mashed
make a
potatoes,
killer
not
meatloaf.
bacon.
well, you can use the Matt Cardona pizza slicer that I got the other day.
We're going to have to talk about that. I want that slicer. That thing is cool.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Make a hell of a meatloaf, but
Hey, you know, Meatloaf always said he'd do anything for love, but he wouldn't.
right.
Yeah.
Well, he did appear on Raw with Randy Orton at one time, so
He
he is
did.
workable too.
Okay. So he is a legitimate celebrity character that we
Yes.
could use. So that works.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Fluffy to come in.
Right.
What did anybody else do now?
How are we doing? Is it going to be one per show, or is
Yes.
it going to be one person for every general manager, every person that has a manager?
One per show.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you have 3 shows, you can have 3 super
Right.
guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought the Bat Out of Hell in a Cell worked a lot better than a Battle Royal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it just fits Meatloaf a little bit more.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good setup for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good match.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll get to see what people say.
Depends on who everybody says, but
18-man Hell in a Cell match. Are you
Right.
crazy?
It's gonna be
Armageddon style.
That's
a little
bigger than
tight in
Armageddon.
right.
No.
I just love Armageddon one though.
Oh yeah. Now me and David were talking about how this Hell in the Cell match is gonna look.
Mhm.
You remember what it was, David, or do you want me to
Not
tell?
really. Yeah, you go ahead.
All
It's my
All
mess.
right, so I told him this is what we need to do for this Hell in the Cell match. Is the way it's going to go down is there's going to be however many there's 18, so eight
18
members, and so it's going to be 2 Hell in the Cell matches combined into one, into 2
So
rings.
like a War Games match.
So like War Games, but there's there's going to be a cage in the middle.
Yeah.
All right. So there's going to be eight people on each side. So at the end of the match, when there's only 2 people left standing in both sides, the upper part of the center part of the cage is going to rise, and it's just going to be a one-on-one and two big ass rings around a lot of steel cage.
There'll be some production value in this one, man. We got to have this in Vegas.
Right.
Right.
It's the only place that's going to be able to do that.
Because I was like, the Bat Out of Hell, that sounds so like badass. And I was like, but there has to be, you can't fit 18 people in one ring.
Right.
You could, but it's going to be, so why don't divide it?
Yeah.
So,
I kind of like the concept
It
of
works.
it.
right.
Especially in, fantasy world where you don't have to worry about logistics or anything.
Right. So
Exactly.
So before you get down to the last 2 minutes, it's just going to be elimination matches until you get down to the last 2, and then
that's pretty cool.
all hell's going to break loose. Then that's when all the exploding barbed wire is going to come out.
Right. The holy hand grenades and the the live bats.
Most definitely.
So I'm interested to see. I mean, like, I was never an ROH fan. I wasn't really into it. Didn't watch a lot of Fox Sports 1 at 3:30 in the morning when Ring of Honor was on. So I just recently became aware of Danhausen, mostly because of you.
Yeah.
I want to hear what made you such a big fan of Danhausen.
I can go on for hours.
I just love that he's a real character. You know, it kind of feels old school with the vibe of a character. He stays in character. It's just it appealed to me.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know who he was at first. I was getting the pro wrestling crates. I actually got the pin, and I didn't know who he was at the time. And like a couple months later, I got into him. I became a fan. And I went back and I was like, I've got a pin. That's awesome.
Cool.
But yeah, it's just the character and I watch, you know, all his YouTube stuff, and that's really what got me was watching him on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, not even the wrestling, just and then I went back and I watched, you know, stuff from before he even had the makeup on, while he was, you know, kind of just a generic wrestler.
Okay.
You know, and watching his progression up until the character he is now, and it's really advanced a lot. And you know, I think at one point he said he was about to quit wrestling if this didn't go over.
Okay.
You know, he one day decided to try putting on the makeup and doing the comedy act, and it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, the character's fantastic,
Yes.
even just from the little bit that I've seen. Who was it? Was it you that posted the cameo video of him?
No,
somebody's
Steven.
birthday?
Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steven's just as big into him.
And when I saw that the first time, I go, okay, this guy's great.
Right.
He
Yeah,
is.
Steven actually went dressed as him for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Tattoo on himself and everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good stuff, man. I've been enjoying what I've seen of him so far. I can't wait to see more. I record everything, so I'm usually a week and a half, 2 weeks behind. So eventually, in March, I'll get to see him appear for the first time on AEW.
Yeah. Well, it was just a little cameo, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was a perfect way to debut him on AEW.
Yes.
Too. That was
Cool.
perfect. I was sitting there watching it. He came out. Wow.
And it was perfect. It was during an Orange Cassidy match because they've done so much together.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up, Jay?
I'm just listening to you guys.
And we actually went.
Listening to Dan Helson.
We actually went
Jay Stonehausen.
August or October last year and saw him down in Alabama at New South. Got his autograph and everything. It was really cool. And he came out that event to Judas. Because he was wrestling Shug D, who was in AEW as Pineapple Pete.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He messed with him. He came out to Judas and kept calling him Pineapple Steve. And yeah,
That's great. That's great.
That's good shit.
I made the whole family go down to that one.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Dubs, you got anything for him?
Nah, I think he's pretty much answered everything I wanted to know.
Okay, right.
So before
just
we
wanted
get
to-
in,
Yeah, I just want to know about that Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah.
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 So before we get into any more big announcements, because I know we've got a couple of them, and then we're going to do our predictions for your show and talk a little bit about what's going on with everybody's shows. I want to talk about the Rumble that's coming up this weekend.
Yes.
We might as well hit on it a little bit. What do you guys think? What do you like the lineup that's getting projected or anything? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that, really.
Yeah.
All right, so the rest of the card looks pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the rest of the card looks good.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm looking forward to seeing Lashley and Lesnar. You know,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cowboy Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. The Canadian
Cowboy
cowboy.
shit.
I'm loving this Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is
He-
probably my
he's-
favorite Brock Lesnar.
Yes. Yeah. This
Yeah.
is the
He's really just
This
being
is Brock
himself.
Lesnar
Yeah.
we needed years ago.
The only time I liked him more was when he had the Money in the Bank briefcase. And
Yeah.
he used it like a,
Yeah,
like
he
a
was on the
and
Where
him
the-
and Lesnar, and him and Lashley, that's such a dream actual match
yeah.
that it's nice to see them actually do that instead of
Mhm.
keep beating around the bush and say, oh yeah, well, yeah, Seth Rollins can obviously beat Brock Lesnar. Come on, shut the fuck up.
Right.
In WWE, yes, but in real
Well,
life,
right.
oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
but I mean, you guys know how I feel about the women's rumble, and
Oh.
women's wrestling's come so far from when we were kids,
Yes.
and you would see one match a month if they even did that.
Right.
And then it went to the bra and panty match era, which
No.
it was just so insulting, even though it was
Yeah.
enjoyable as a teenage boy.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
But then to get to the stage that it was at, and now they're having a women's Royal Rumble with so far 10 women that have been announced that are retired
Right.
Mhm.
or no longer with the company.
Mhm.
Yep.
5 women who have never won anything and blatantly never will.
Hey, don't forget about the legend Summer Rae.
It's
Yeah.
great.
WWE legend Summer Rae.
Come on. It's just, I know they're gonna have
It's
a couple
ridiculous.
surprise
It's
people.
fucking
It's just
ridiculous.
bad.
Like they've only announced 21 women so far. So
Yeah.
we still have SmackDown. They might maybe announce a few more, but
Yeah.
they may save it for Saturday. So we'll see.
And that's fine. And that's, by the way, I'll give WWE some props on this smart move to not try to go up against the NFL playoffs and
Right.
actually have it on Saturday.
Yes.
Because in years past they wouldn't have done that. They would have just said, "Nope,
yeah.
we're the WWE." Well,
No,
guess
they
what?
always put it up against the Pro Bowl every year, and
Right.
I've had to watch it at the Pro Bowl.
Well, that's because the Pro Bowl is basically watching my son play with wrestling characters. and
Basically, yeah. I think they
Only
do
my
more
son's
than a
more
celebrity
entertaining.
flag football game than they
Yeah.
do.
Right. But I gotta say, if anyone, I think Alexa Bliss or Bianca Belair in the women's Rumble.
I'm gonna say Bailey.
Yeah, I
Bayley's a
think
good
Bayley's gonna go
possibility.
back up.
Yeah.
Oscar
Bailey.
come back and do it.
Oscar.
Mhm.
See, those are a couple of they've been so out of sight and out of mind for so long that it
Yeah.
just didn't even dawn on me.
Yeah.
But I can
Right.
see one of them. But I can't see anybody that's in it other than Belair
Yeah,
that's already been announced winning it.
Right.
It's just such a bad Rumble.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I am excited to see Mickey James in it after
Yeah.
everything that went down with her, but obviously she's not going to win.
There's no chance that she wins.
No.
No chance in hell.
Right. And I'm never mad to see Lita show up. So
No, I'm not either, because she was the absolute. She was
She was
the
the shit
pioneer.
back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Her-
and the stuff
Her
they're
and
doing
Trish
with her and
Stratus was
Charlotte
it.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The story they got going on with her and Charlotte right now,
Oh yeah.
pretty good.
Mhm.
So there'll definitely be a face off in the Rumble with them too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be
Definitely.
exciting.
what about on the
Definitely
men's
not
side? You guys, any predictions on the men's side?
For once, I'm a little bit
I
stumped.
believe Roman Reigns is going to lose the title, and he's going to show up in the Rumble and win it. Is what I think.
That would be an interesting twist. I don't think
Yeah.
he's gonna lose it, but I like that twist.
No, he hasn't beaten Seth Rollins.
That's why I think he is gonna win.
I don't think so. No.
I think Johnny Knoxville's tossing out
Sami
Sami
Zayn.
Zayn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna build that up.
Zayn's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
like #1 in the Rumble and get knocked out like as soon as
12 or something like
then
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to see AJ Styles win it just because
That's what I was
just
about
enough
to
for
say.
AJ to have.
Right.
Yeah.
AJ's done it all. Why not
He
win
hasn't
the
won a Rumble now. Hasn't
Right.
won a Rumble.
Yeah,
He
Well,
hasn't
man.
won a Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with him kind of becoming a babyface, this
Right.
would be a time because they got nothing but heels with the belts. No
Yeah.
matter
Right.
who wins,
Right.
it's going to be nothing but heels with the belts.
I'm just waiting for Shinsuke Nakamura to finally do something with the IC title.
Who do we think? Anybody that you guys think might make a surprise appearance?
Moose.
You think
I've heard
Moose?
rumblings of Moose, but I think it's a long shot.
It's a long shot, but I'm hoping for it. I've even thought about Matt Cardona showing up.
Okay. That's a possibility. I
Yeah.
like that possibility more than
Maybe
Moose.
Brian Myers or whatever,
Yeah.
TNA already makes Moose look so weak so often by having him lose so much. I would
Right.
hate to see him go over to WWE just to get eliminated.
Right.
Oh, I agree.
Right.
I mean, that because Moose should be winning so many more matches. He should have had this belt so long ago. And
Right.
but
yeah, there's no way he'd win the Rumble, so he'd just go in
No.
and look weak.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Basically.
But I can see somebody like Cardona. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anybody? You guys think anybody from AEW shows up?
No.
No.
God, no.
I think they'll stick with Impact.
Yeah.
AWA on that.
Maybe a Ring of Honor guy.
Possibly.
Maybe
Yeah,
Jonathan
maybe.
Jonathan Gresham.
Mm,
That would be kind of neat.
yeah.
That would be kind of cool. It's not going to happen, but it's wishful thinking.
Yeah. Right.
We're in a fantasy world. We're talking about
Yes.
this quality.
Right.
I
Tell
don't
you
think
he's gonna show
Cardona
up.
or Myers would do it right now because they'd want to do it as Zack Ryder or Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that would further the storyline of fuck Mick Foley. So
yeah.
Mick Foley come into the match, into the Rumble match with the possibility.
Yeah.
All right. Would this surprise you guys in the least? And it just popped into my head. Fucking Undertaker shows up in the Royal Rumble, wins it, and then goes on to main event WrestleMania.
Well, they're already talking about he's going to be in attendance.
Yeah,
really?
he's
Be in
gonna
attendance?
yeah.
So,
Would it surprise you if WWE did that?
no,
It would not. It would not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
So here's
I
the
expect
question.
to see Kane show up in there.
I
Yeah.
won't be surprised at all to see that.
Yeah.
Because they've been talking about Kofi's approaching record. He's
Right.
6 years before he gets there, but yeah, he's approaching the record.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like Patrick Mahomes is approaching Tom Brady's record for playoff wins. Yeah, theoretically, he's approaching it. But no, it's just something that I thought about. It wouldn't surprise me at all because I heard that somebody talking about Taker, and it was probably that same thing that was saying he was going to be in attendance, and I was like, that motherfucker is going to be in it. So, all right. Well, any other questions you guys want to talk about? Any real world stuff, or you want to get right into some match
Actually,
predictions?
I did have a question.
Okay.
So what do you guys think about this? So Corey Graves is now cleared to compete. Do you guys think he will be in the Rumble?
I
I
believe
would
so.
love it.
I think
I
it's
would love it.
possible.
I'm very possible.
A cameo in the Rumble. But I really don't want to see him leave the announce table.
No, he's great.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that way.
He does an amazing job.
Yeah. And I don't think he's elevated enough to be on the main roster wrestling. I think they send him back to NXT, and he's kind of over that. So he's kind of that he doesn't belong in the main roster, but he doesn't belong down there with NXT either. So
Right.
True.
He's
I think
so
perfect
good on the mic.
yes,
Oh yeah.
It's,
and nobody's
I
gonna
could
put
see it
Carmella
happening
over
though.
Right.
Yeah, surprisingly, I think he does a pretty good job of not going too overboard more than he does anybody else.
Right. Yeah.
Like I always thought he went more overboard for Mandy Rose
Yeah.
than he ever
Eva
did
Marie,
for
yeah.
Carmella. Yeah.
Right.
And Eva Marie fucking
Yeah.
what a
Eventually, she's going to be shown as legend Eva Marie. So.
yeah. She won 2 matches in her WWE career.
Next to Drop.
Right.
Oh God.
Uh,
I'm pretty excited about that match too. Doudrop and Becky Lynch. So that's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, but there's no way Doudrop wins that title.
No, she's not going to win. It'd be nice. Be nice.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch is so high up there with fucking no.
yeah.
No, not big time bets.
UK title.
Yeah, she's
I think she left UK way too soon. She should have had a run with the NXT UK title.
Oh, I agree.
Definitely.
I agree.
Definitely.
All right. Just trying to think if there's anything else. I could see something happening with Kevin Owens.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a possibility to win it, but I think he's pretty much a long shot.
Right.
I think he's a Final Four.
He
At
could.
least.
Yeah, I
That
can
might
see
happen.
that.
It'll definitely be Final Four.
That wouldn't
Yeah.
be bad. All right, David. Let's get into your card, man. Or do we want to talk about the announcements before the card or after?
It's up to you guys. Y'all want to hear the announcement now, or y'all want to wait till afterwards? It doesn't matter to me.
Let's get David's now. Or did you have another one, David? Or were you
No, that was
Hell
it.
in the Cell?
Yeah, that was it.
Hell out of the Cell.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. What do you got, Jay? Tell us about
All right, so starting week 13, NXT is hosting the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics for all the promotions. So right now, because God from NWA is tag champions, they will only be able to pick one team to go into the tournament. Basically, it's going to be 33 tag teams in all.
Random draw.
No, two tag teams per show is what you guys are going to send. What I'm going to do is at the NXT pay-per-view at TakeOver Unstoppable, I'm going to do a tag team battle royal, and the winner of that is going to get a free pass in round 1 and go on to round 2 in the tournament.
Okay.
So whenever everyone gets their people to me, I can start that up.
And everybody else will you be drawing them out of a hat to see which
I'll just
seated where?
probably what I'll do is I'll probably just do like a spin the wheel and see where everyone lands.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay.
So that's gonna be cool. Gonna be cool.
So any 2 tag teams.
Any 2 tag teams
All right.
from any roster. Now, for NWA, they only get to pick one tag team to go into the tournament because they are the tag team champions.
Right.
So,
And they're the final match will be the tag team champions against whoever else gets there.
yes, sir.
Okay.
So that's my big announcement. And so that's going to go on from week 13 all the way up to pay-per-view 5 where for the Worlds Collide pay-per-view.
Okay.
So
Well, I believe that Raw is going to be sending the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Insiders, with Flex Kavana and Eli Drake.
okay. That's one. That's David's favorite person. Flex.
Yeah,
Flex
Flex.
Kavana, that's his boy.
I don't care what incarnation he is.
Right.
You screw off.
So that's
If you smell what For
I'm
Connor.
gonna be trying to collect some more gold. I got to decide who the second one's gonna be. I've got a couple. My factions are growing pretty strong here.
Right. Dubs, you want to talk about your faction? Black Rose Colt.
Mike Rose Cole. What do you guys want to know?
I saw that week 11. Looks like they're searching different promotions.
Yeah. They're going to be searching for different promotions for people to join the faction. So we have a few people in mind. Of course, I've talked to somebody about it.
Awesome.
The storyline I'm going with is nobody wants to be a part of the faction from GCW because they don't want to go through the torture they have to go through to be part of the faction.
Okay.
It's like, we've seen what happened to LA Knight. We don't want to go through that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm really intrigued by the LA Knight storyline too.
Yeah.
And then
I
I
wasn't
saw
sure
you.
if you were trying to indoctrinate him, like a la the Violent by Design, or if you were just trying to murder him. I'm just still not sure which way it's going.
It's getting pretty rough.
It was pretty dark, man.
Yeah, like I said, he's gonna go through it. He'll eventually,
he's
get to
gonna need
that
to
point
find
where
some allies at some point.
he'll eventually get to that point where he finally gets away for good. But he's gonna go through hell to get to that point.
Right.
I've been talking to Eli Drake, and he's very upset to see his cousin going through such torture. So.
Well, if Eli Drake feels so inclined to talk some shit, maybe he'll be the next one.
Maybe.
That's a good.
We'll come over there to Raw and we'll take his ass to hell.
Maybe we'll have some outsiders become insiders, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I like that. I like that.
But yeah, all this is just going to lead up to a big match between me and Mr. Jay Stone there. So,
yes, sir.
It's shaping up nicely, man. Last week I was just reading it, going, Jesus Christ.
Did you read this week's?
I read this week's. It was good. It didn't have me sitting there going, what? I think he's gonna sacrifice him on right here on the show.
Yeah, this week, what happens to Bram and LA Knight, I'm just gonna leave it to your imagination.
Yeah. you did a good job with that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna be real nice. I'm assuming there's gonna be some payoff coming up on the next, either this pay-per-view or the following one on that.
Yeah,
but it's been nice so far. That's for sure.
No, it's just now getting in the works.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. This month might have some minor payoff, a little bit, but
yeah,
I think it'll be coming up soon. I'm excited to see.
Right.
You got any big payoffs coming up here, Jay?
No.
No?
No, none of my tournaments are going the way I want them to.
Oh, no. It's the worst feeling about randomness.
But that's all right. It's all right. I got some new titles coming in, so that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll get to play with some more titles.
And then all I've really got coming up, like I've got all my storylines for factions and everything. That's getting interesting. I might do something at the pay-per-view to finally try to put an end to the heel factions dominating Raw. But I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. But I've got the big super heavyweight tournament gauntlet match next week. Starting out with my boys Congo Kong, who's owing 75,000, and and AC Ramiro, who's just like a wonderful 65,000.
Right.
So that's the big thing I've got planned for next week. But next week we'll have that, and then the pay-per-view we'll probably be talking about.
You forgot about a title match, though.
Yep. Mr. Mike Tyson is coming over to Raw, and he wants a shot at that 24/7 championship.
He got pissed after losing the World Collide title match. He wanted to go for something simple.
That'll be a hot topic on next week's show, I'm sure, when we first do our recaps. Did I put that in a steel cage? I think I might have put that in a steel cage match because it's Justice Pain.
I think it did.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good match.
Yeah. Then I put an interesting twist on Hell in the Cell, but that's for another time. We'll talk about that one.
Right.
I mixed that up a little bit. All right. David, let's get into AIW. What do you got going on this week?
Yeah.
Let's see. This week we have the continuation of the Chandler Biggins tournament.
Now, tell us a little bit about Chandler Biggins. For not all of us were familiar with him.
He was a fan of AIW, just a rowdy, basically kind of guy who took over the show. You know, he was that rowdy in the crowd. Made friends, made the right friends, and he actually bought in and became a part owner of AIW. So every year after he passed, they've held that tournament.
Okay.
For him. And
that's
I think
pretty awesome.
Yeah. A lot of guys, Cardona right now, he's actually the AIW champion, and he, did a big promo on him when he won the title, thanking him and things like that. So it's just one of those shows I wanted to keep when I took over AIW.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this week to start out the show, we've got Duke Hudson versus Derek Dillinger versus Cha-Cha Charlie.
Sorry, give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mike will be ready for the steel cage.
Okay.
The steel cage.
I love it. That's what you should write it in as. That's what you should write it in as. You need to go and change it.
24/7 championship. That steel cage will kick his ass. If I have to, I'm gonna bite his ear off.
I'm gonna go back and play with my pigeons.
Bite his ear off. I both of them off. If I have to.
Right. Sorry, David. So what was that first match? So we can give some predictions for it.
Duke Hudson taking on Derek Dillinger versus Cha-Cha Charlie.
Triple threat?
Yes.
I'll go Cha-Cha Charlie, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cha-Cha Charlie.
I actually gave it to Duke Hudson. Trying to build him up as a young star.
Right.
Kind of similar to what they're actually doing in NXT with it.
Right.
All right.
Cha-cha now, y'all.
Match number 2 is a first round match in the Chandler Biggins Memorial Tournament.
Okay.
And we've got Mark Haskins taking on Lee Moriarty.
I like that. I'm going to go Lee Moriarty.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that is who I went with.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. And the second round match of the tournament, Preston Vance versus Orange Cassidy.
Ooh.
I gotta go Orange Cassidy. Gotta go Orange Cassidy.
I'm going to go with 10 and go with Preston Vance on that one.
Of course.
Because we've been the same on the first 2 matches. Had to break it up a little bit.
It's only right. Only right.
I do like Orange Cassidy, though.
Yeah, I did go with Orange. Yep. All right. Match 4, we've got the Von Erichs, Ross and Marshall, taking on Eminem, Johnny Nitro, and Joey Mercury.
Hmm.
Uh,
I'm gonna say Von Erichs.
yeah.
Man, we're too similar. I'm gonna go with the Von Erich.
Yeah, I went with the Von Erichs. Yep. All right. And the final first round match of the tournament, we've got Wheeler Yuta taking on Ethan Page.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Ethan Page.
Yeah. I'll have to. Yeah. Ethan Page.
I really like Wheeler Yuta, and I see a
I do
great future
too.
with him.
Yeah.
And I think something's about to happen with him and what's his nuts, the best friend.
What's his nuts?
Yeah.
But-
Trent.
Yeah, Trent Beretta.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Ethan.
Yeah. I picked Ethan Page on that one. So.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Next match, Alex Kozlov taking on Brian Danielson.
Kozlov.
I'm going Brian.
That's a big son of a bitch that got screwed over by the good old foreigner gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was a foreigner, but at the same time, if you play that gimmick, nobody ever gets over on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The ultimate death nail. It's like, that's why I'm surprised Walter's done anything. Or I'm sorry, Gunther.
Yeah.
Gunther.
Let's see how long that lasts. That'll
Right.
go well for him. Good luck in your career, son. Oh, Kozlov versus Danielson.
Oh, Danielson.
Yeah.
I'm on an island.
Yeah, definitely.
Went with Danielson. All right. Another second round match in the tournament. Prince Devitt taking on Trey Miguel.
Trey Miguel.
To go Devitt on that.
I'm going Trey Miguel. I like that match a lot.
Yeah, I went with Devitt. Prince Devitt. All right, match number 8. I've got Caleb Conley versus Chase Owens.
Chase Owens could be Kevin Owens' son, and I would pick him over Caleb Conley.
I'd have to go with my boy Chase Owens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with Chase. No Caleb with a K this time.
No Caleb with a K.
Caleb with a K.
Well, I want to see Caleb with a K versus Rockstar Spud. That's the only.
Well, now that Drake Maverick's, maybe after his 90 days is up, he'll.
There we go.
Right.
Put the bow tie on, kid.
Right. All right, match 9. We've got Deonna Purrazzo versus Jazzy Yang.
Should go with Deonna on there.
Yeah.
Deonna.
Yeah. No contest there. It's got to be Deonna.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
All right, and match 10 is a number 1 contenders gauntlet for the AIW tag titles. And we've got the Hardy Boys, Roppongi 3K, Show and Yo, the All Night Express, Kenny King and Rhett Titus, the Motor City Machine Guns, the Best Friends, the Naturals, and the Rascals.
That's a good match.
Yeah.
Good match.
Yeah.
See, that's one of those matches where that's why I like to set. That's why I haven't used gauntlet matches. That's why I
Right.
set them up where each one's a match.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of-
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing that with my super heavyweight, because I don't want to do that match and have nobody getting wins. except
Right.
for one team.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one.
I'm going with Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah.
If I knew how my camera worked, it would be even better.
Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, took the machine guns on that one. No, I was disappointed that Alex Shelley lost his independent wrestling title this past weekend.
Did he?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, lost it to AC Mack.
Well, maybe he'll be showing back up on TV somewhere.
Possibly, but I think they took the title off of him because he no-showed like 3 title matches. Yeah.
Well, he's like a chiropractor or something, isn't he?
Physical therapist.
Physical therapist. Like,
Yeah.
I knew it was something. Like he's like
That's why he
got a
left.
real job.
Yeah, that's why he left Impact right after coming back. Was with the pandemic hit, he couldn't be there and do his real job at the same time. So
It happens.
Yeah.
Always had such great hair. So jealous
But,
of that man's hair.
I think he's actually up right now with MLW.
Okay.
We might see more on there.
So we got any big storylines going on other than the tournament there?
No, not really. This is going to lead into the OGK complaining that they were not in that number 1 contenders match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Midnight Express 2.0 has been trying to win the tag titles, and they continue to fail. So they've gone and gotten their sister, who is supposed to be the in their corner, whereas Julia Hart's been in the Varsity Blondes corner. So trying to even things out there. Yeah. But I've tried to keep AIW similar to like a house show, or where it's just matches, not a whole lot of story, and just enough story to do like the main events and stuff. Last week, Alex Kane and Jaden Newman had their 2 out of 3 falls match. I think that's their 3rd match for that title.
Okay.
So it might lead to something bigger for that. And Brian Myers being the absolute champion. Last week, it was announced that he would be facing look, I can't even remember who it was. Orange Cassidy for that title at the next pay-per-view. So that's really the big things that are happening on that show.
All right.
Most of my writing, since I have been doing 3 shows, has been focused on CZW.
Yeah.
A lot of my big storylines have gone to there.
It gets a lot of your stories cutting short when you start doing more brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to Jay a little bit earlier about I'm considering asking for a second show for next season.
Yeah.
But I am worried about losing out on some of that storyline. So I would use it definitely as more of a pure match, maybe 1 segment a week kind of thing.
That's why I try to do AIW that way, because it is a indie show, and I want to have that feel of an indie show.
That makes sense.
But two cards are fine. Once you hit that 3rd card, it
yeah,
you just got to do it all easy for that 3rd one.
Yeah, I think 2 cards would be the limit that I'd want to go with. And I wouldn't want to have nearly the size roster that I have for Raw. I'd want to have a real small roster, focus on some different type things.
Yeah. I think next season the chairman has said he's going to take everybody back down to 2 shows.
Okay.
Limited to that. So
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense to me.
It makes it a little easier on everybody.
Yeah. Well, and this season, compared to the quarter of a season that I was involved last time, the writing and everything's just been so great. Everybody's been doing an awesome job, but you can see people going, "Damn, man!" I think that's why we're getting so many wild cards. Nobody wants to turn in a card without having everything written.
Yeah.
Right.
And when I started, I think most people were just doing the matches.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of picked up from there. Yeah. This game has really progressed since
Well,
I
came in. Most people
first season.
right.
Yeah.
Even when
when
I
I
came in, there
first-
was like 1 or 2 people that were doing it.
Right.
Yeah, when I first came in, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I started doing. I was doing like full blown stories. Like
I was having
like,
something
like-
in between each match. Every match
Right.
there was a segment. It was
even if it was just commentators saying
Right.
something or,
Oh
or,
yeah.
backstage. It was
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
there's a lot going on though. People are doing a really good job.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've got who is it? John Stewart finally turned heel
Yes.
on my announce desk. So that was my little twist last week. I was like, all right, I didn't have Corey Graves and I didn't want to continue to pretend that I had different people like I do with Michael Cole. So I go, John Stewart, you're my heel announcer. Get out there and kick some ass.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about real quick, guys?
I
don't know. I ain't nothing.
don't know.
Yeah.
Dubs, you got anything going on in your shows?
Oh, y'all pretty much already know. So.
Yeah. Just the massacre of LA Knight.
Right.
The sacrificial lamb. He's
Sacrificial lamb.
I've got Los Aztecas took a little break this week. I got H2H is introduced the Mexicutioner as the newest member of Los Aztecas, but most of the group is off for the night.
Yeah.
And then I had the barbershop finally had a little bit of interaction with the insiders. So they're both continuing to have a bit of a rivalry with John Cena and by extension, the great and powerful Grado. As John Cena and Grado are quickly becoming close friends.
Best friends. The best of friends.
The
best of friends.
Of best friends.
We're the best of friends.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
So other than that, I've got, like I said, I might do a reveal at Armageddon. Haven't quite decided yet. I'm waiting to see if I get any people sending us some messages with who they think is going to be the head of my hero faction.
Yeah.
Remember, you can always email us at wcfwpodcast@gmail.com.
You got it.
Yeah.
Bravo.
8 episodes in.
Right. I'm so proud of you, Scotty.
What do you guys think? You guys have any predictions on who's going to be the head of this faction?
Not a fucking clue. The blue blade.
Just like you said, it's not John Cena. So
It is not John Cena. That's
Surprise.
all I've said. I've been dropping a few hints throughout the shows. Uh-oh. Got Big Dan saying La Barbershop may be hearing from Aztec sometime in the future. Not to be confused with Los Aztecas.
no, Aztec.
Well, La Barbershop is ready to do you up. So take good care of you, buddy.
Real hard.
So if there's nothing else, no predictions from you guys. Well, I think that's about it.
All right.
Yeah.
All
All right, gentlemen. Wrestling fans, remember to reach out to us if you're interested in joining the league. Try to find us on Facebook. We've got the Worlds Collide Fantasy Wrestling League is the name of our group. So just send in a request and we'll let you in. You can take a look at some of the match cards. The Facebook page for the podcast is Worlds Collide Fantasy Wrestling Podcast. And we're trying to start developing some more content to put on the page about what we do in the group. So we're trying to get some user created imagery. trying to do some weird stuff on there. So we're trying to expand our world so that when you join with us, you can really see what we're all about. So if you guys don't have anything else,
and when you join us at Worlds Collide, make sure you join us at Phenomenal Fantasy Wrestling as well.
Absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
I've kind of since Phenomenal has pretty much been a done deal for the last 3 months. I've
right. I tried to see if we could stop it early, but everybody's so on to keep going. So
I was like, "There's no point. I'm so far out of it."
Oh, she's killing us all.
It's just
that's all right. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah.
I love being part of the group and I love doing it. It's just my team's so out.
Right.
I'm like,
I'm in second place so far out. I don't think any of us can catch her.
you said that literally 3 months ago.
Yeah. It's still true today. She's about 1,000 points out on me. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So she's killing us all.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Remember to reach out. We're always around. Oh, John Dub's phone number. That's. I forgot I was going to give that out this week. Check in the comments. We'll have John Dub's phone number easily available to everyone.
1-900-9900.
1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9-0.
Yeah.
Good thing it's not my actual number. Good Lord.
And remember that is that is an Argentinian number, so make sure you find the right code for that, whatever that is.
Get your parents' permission before dialing.
45692.
All right, everybody.
Text message.
Oh, and David's 1-900 number if you ever need to get a hold of him for any needs there.
Pure power.
Pure power.
1-900 pure power.
All right, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see y'all next time. Enjoy wrestling.
Yeah.